Hi, in this video we're going to talking about the body dynamics. Let's first open our example, sample 36.1, and you can see that this is a simple origin agent, and we already set up every piece of the dynamic joints for you. In the previous video we introduced how to enable dynamics and partial dynamics, or how to broken them, and here we are going to introduce another type of the dynamics, which is body dynamics. Let's just change the logic a little bit. Here you can see that this is action logic, and some of it try to avoid each other logic. Let's just delete all of them and just leave the default action here, stand. By the way, if you just play back the simulation, sometimes you can see there's nothing happen because you have only the default action but no action sentences here. The default action is not the action sentence, so it cannot trigger anything. So you need to, if you want to simulate, you need to add at least logic node action here, something like that. So this is nothing to do with this video, but very important. I just wanted to mention that. And let's just simulate the body dynamics. Body dynamics. The body dynamics means you can simulate the dynamics from limbs instead of the root. For example, let's just make sure the current frame is greater than 5. To give the agent some frame to simulate the default action and enable the body dynamics. So we previously in the joint setup we already introduced this, but in this place let's just introduce in the detail. If we run the simulation, you can see that only the root still there. Let's just remove that 1000 frame and switch to the interactive playback. You can see that at this time you can continue to move the agent around, but it only enables dynamics on the body instead of the roots, so you can continue the animate or control this agent in the middle of air by the script or the particle. So let's make an example and control the group of agents, the half dynamics by the particle. So let's continue. Let's first create some particles. Let's deplace our agents and create the dynamic. Switch to the dynamic and create some particle by the particle tool. Like this. Hit enter and switch this particle to something easier observatory. The particle shape here and the render attributes, let's just change to the number, so this is more easier to watch. Let's just delete this place node and create a new one from this particle. We previously introduced the placement from object from the node, the particle 3D. So just need to click this and hit enter, hit the link this time. When you click the link, you can see that you select this place node and into the hypergraph. You can see that the particle has been connected to this place node. This is very important that we can make our agent follow the particle by some logic. And let's scale this up a little bit. Okay, like this, and place our agents and play back the simulation. You can see that all of them enable dynamics, the body dynamics. So what I'm gonna do is pretty much select the particle and add the field. The turbulence. The turbulence can randomizely move the particles around. For example, 50 for the force field, and attenuation 0. Let's play back the round. You can see that the particle is moving around. And let's place our agents and make our agents follow it, because at this time you can see that your agents cannot follow the particle. We needed to add a logic sentence here. Follow particle. It's very simple. Once we linked the particle to the place node, we can only specify the particle follow the target speed. The speed is from 0 to 1. The 0 means not follow. The 1 means the full follow it, or 0.5. Can follow it with some delay. 0.8. Okay, like this. And play back our simulation again. You can see that your agent will follow the particle. Oh, some of agent is jumping because there is a default terrain on the ground. So if the agent is under the terrain, it will the simulation will vary in chaos. So for avoiding that, we can create a very small terrain in the center of this scene. Let's create a plan, something like this, so that there's we can, if we mark this terrain, the default terrain will be disappear. So just to make sure 0, and in the terrain manager mark this terrain. So just put it right here, and it's more enough so that our agent will not collide with the default terrain. So you can see that at this time the simulation is correct. So you can use this to simulate something like the ghosts, or the people controlled by the magic, things like that. Okay, this is our introduction for the body dynamics. Thank you for watching. See you next time.